Hey guys, what's up? Derek here from Bomb Socks with more Bomb Bites, where we feast upon the words of Christ one bite at a time. So I'm going to piggyback a little bit off of what we talked about yesterday with Moroni's scathing rebuke to Pahoran to bestir himself, to get off of his throne and be able to be up and doing and all of those things. Great TED Talk from Moroni, right? Moroni had perceived this as great indifference, but in this chapter we get to see what was actually going on. Now again, Moroni had no idea what was going on in Zarahemla, and what he perceived to be indifference is actually quite different than what was going on. You go to the chapter heading, Pahoran tells Moroni of the insurrection and rebellion against the government. Now Pahoran is dealing with some major insurrection in Zarahemla from these dudes called the Kingmen, and they cause a lot of problems. And what's happened is they've gone in and taken over Zarahemla, and so Pahoran has had to flee out of there, so he hasn't had a chance to be able to go in and help out Moroni and write back to him as he would like to. You know, it's not like Pahoran could shoot a quick text back to Moroni and just say, Moroni, calm down, chill, bro. Look, we are struggling here as well. We're not even in Zarahemla. We would love to help you guys out. Pahoran could have responded in many different ways to Moroni's scathing rebuke, and he could have been a real jerk about it. He could have just been like, how dare you come after me that way? You cannot judge me. You have no idea what's going on here and how hard it has been for us. He would have been completely justified in it, and I don't think anyone would have thought differently about him. That is the normal way to respond when someone is coming at you. You know, you think about this, how many arguments and misunderstandings go exactly the same way? Someone misunderstands a situation, and then the other person trying to justify their own position just comes at them the same way. Relationships can be damaged and destroyed there, and things go south very quickly. That's why I'm so grateful with what's taught here in Alma chapter 61 as we see Pahoran's response to being misunderstood or possibly even offended when someone comes at us. First of all, you look at verse number 2. Pahoran's response is so good. I, Pahoran, who am a chief governor of this land, do send these words to Moroni, the chief captain over the army. Behold, I say unto you, Moroni, that I do not joy in your great afflictions, yea, it grieves my soul. Automatically, he is just validating Moroni's thoughts, which I think is so cool. It's like, I am so sorry you are going through this. I do not like seeing you guys going through this. It grieves my soul. I really do think these men had a deep love and respect for one another, which is why you see Moroni's initial response back in chapter 60. So Pahoran goes in and he explains that these kingmen have come in and taken over the land of Zarahemla, and he has had to flee out of the land. Now you get down to verse number 9. There is so much to be learned about human relationships from chapter 61 verse 9. And now in your epistle you have censured me. You said, yeah, you called me out. But it mattereth not. Boy, that phrase is so important. I am not angry, but do rejoice in the greatness of your heart. You know, what would happen if we all responded that way? It mattereth not. I am not angry, but do rejoice in the greatness of your heart. He's like, Moroni, I love the goodness of your heart. I love the passion that you exude, and you are amazing. Your passion and love for the Nephites is so admirable, and I am so grateful you're the leader over our armies. Look at some of these words that Pahoran uses. Verse number 14, my beloved brother Moroni. He says that again later on in the chapter as well. Verse 19, I do joy in receiving your epistle. I was somewhat worried concerning what we should do, whether it should be just in us to go against our brethren, but as you've said, except they repent, the Lord hath commanded you that you should go against them. See that you strengthen Lehi and Teancum in the Lord. Tell them to fear not, for God will deliver them, and yea, also those who stand fast in the liberty that God hath made them free. And now I close mine epistle to my beloved brother Moroni. That is not how people respond when they are rebuked. Pahoran is a Christ-like man. Why don't we have more kids today named Pahoran? You know, we've got Nephi, we've got Alma, we've got Moroni's. Pahoran is every bit of a hero as these guys are, as he shows us how to respond in a Christ-like manner and build up courage in one another. Not once does he feel like he needs to correct Moroni. He just validates his frustration. What a great chapter on how to handle human relationships. Now you go into chapter 62, look at the result of Pahoran's response to Moroni. And now it came to pass that when Moroni had received this epistle, his heart did take courage and was filled with exceedingly great joy because of the faithfulness of Pahoran, that he was not also a traitor to the freedom and cause of his country. You know, we never hear anything about Moroni apologizing to Pahoran Pahoran, but probably didn't even need it because of the way he responded to Moroni. And then you look at verse number 7, and it came to pass that Moroni and Pahoran went down with their armies into the land of Zarahemla, went forth against the city, did meet these kingmen in battle, and these two valiant warriors take back the city of Nephi. Along these lines, there's a great talk from Elder David A. Bednar back in October 2006. It's called "And Nothing Shall Offend Them." This is such a wonderful talk, especially to people who get offended very easily. And we humans, if we are not careful, we can get offended very easily. Look what Elder Bednar says. One of the greatest indicators of our own spiritual maturity is revealed in how we respond to the weakness, the inexperience, potentially offensive actions of others. A thing, an event, or an expression may be offensive, but you and I can choose not to be offended and to say with Pahoran, "It mattereth not." Like I said, Pahoran is a hero here, and what his teachings are very practical, and they are very needed when it comes to human relationships, especially when we feel misunderstood or wrongly accused. I really love this chapter because I'm grateful for what it has taught me, and it's helped me in my own interactions with other individuals. When I may feel like I am misunderstood, Pahoran has taught me how to deal with it differently. I love this chapter, and I'm grateful for it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing these messages. As always, so grateful that you do that. If you like what you see, please click that like button, gets that message out there. And you got to go check out our amazingly comfortable gospel-themed socks at BOM-BITES.com. Godspeed. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.